Wow, thank you so much, Queen. What a provocative and scandalous exploration of whales. I'm told that our busty reporter in the field has yet another update for us. Let's check in with Eucalyptic and see what nanigans she's been getting into.
Aw, Shant. Welcome.
What is your name?
My name's Eucalyptic. You know, in my circus days, they called me Puddin', but I'm past that now.
And where are we?
We are at the Museum of Pop Culture, getting hot and heavy at the Hot Take Symposium.
Diamonds or pearls?
Yes.
What are you reading lately?
Ooh, The Body Keeps the Score, and Marmaduke.
Sweet or savory?
Alcoholic.
What makes you smile the most?
I'm a girl of simple pleasures. A nice brunch on the terrace, the company of good friends, and a strong bidet.
Huh? When did you last poop?
All I'm gonna say is don't look behind that exhibit. Stop looking! Let's keep going!
What is your guilty pleasure?
Twilight fan fiction, but like the really graphic stuff.
What's a movie that made you cry?
A Bug's Life.
Which movie makes you laugh the hardest?
Oh, The Shape of Water. I just think fish are intrinsically kind of funny.
Who's your favorite musician?
Kermit the Frog.
Who do you turn to when you're sad?
My friend Tito. Tito Vodka.
What's your favorite food?
Ooh, deep fried sweet and sour almonds.
What is your biggest regret?
Getting my ass reduction surgery. I regret it because it didn't take.
Window or aisle seat?
Ooh, whichever seat has the hunkiest man next to it.
Leather or lace?
Hanes.
And, what's your bra size?
Oh, massive.
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Ooh, one time a man I was dating told me my head game was incredible. It just felt nice to have my intelligence complimented for once, you know?
What's one vice you wish you could give up?
Maybe how kissable and irresistible my lips are.
What's your biggest strength?
Ooh, you know what? I have so much whiskey in my system, I'm now actually immune to most snake venoms.
And what's your favorite time of day?
Milking time.
What are you watching on TV?
Ooh, Lifetime movies and pay-per-view wrestling.
What's something you notice about someone when you first meet them?
I usually notice that they aren't giving me those little kisses that I like so much. And I think to myself, why are they not giving me those little kisses? How do I get those kisses for myself?
What's your favorite game?
Ooh, Donkey Kong or Mancala.
And what is your favorite survivalist show?
Ooh. Definitely Simple Life with Paris Hilton. Although, I think some of our hunky little hotties have an idea of what their favorite survivalist show is. Let's tune in and see what they have to say.
Well, thank you so much for sticking with us so far. We now have a special treat, as I said before, from our debate club, who has been undefeated since 2021. They have been tasked to debate how adequately the shows Survivor and Alone prepare their participants for actual survival. I thought it was important that I remain an impartial and nooch moderator. So I literally have not seen, nor do I actually even care about either of these shows. And if I had my way, we would be watching Paris and Nicole in Simple Life. But maybe I'll learn something today. Who knows? From Team A, we have Janine Brito, who is a tenured professor at TVology, as well as a television writer and comedian who has performed on Late Night with Seth Myers. Also from Team A, we have Eliza Skinner, who has a double doctorate in couch potato methodology. She's a comedian, the head writer of Earth To Ned, and she's won an Emmy, making her perhaps the only person here qualified to cast judgment on TV shows. Then on the other side, we have Team B, who is made up of Troy Walker, a television and video game sommelier with over 20 years of experience. He's also a television writer, comedian, and actor who has appeared on Comedy Central's Corporate. Andrew Orvedahl is the other member of Team B. He is an adjunct professor of binge watching and the author of Screen Time: Why Your Kids Aren't Getting Nearly Enough. He's also a writer, actor, and comedian who has appeared on The Tonight Show. Now, this debate will consist of three, count them, three rounds. Each of the first two rounds will feature two people from both teams, each person getting 3 minutes to present their team's argument. Round 3 will be a rapid-fire rebuttal round, each person getting 45 seconds. At the end of the rebuttals, we have closing statements, after which you, the audience, will get to pick the winner in our poll. All right, well, are we ready with our first team? Janine, are you feeling ready to rumble?
I am.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. All right, Janine, you have a total of 3 minutes, and then I will cut you off. Give me a thumbs up if you're feeling ready.
Wait, I thought it was me.
Oh, I have Janine first. Yeah, perfect. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's do it. Go for it.
Hi guys. I actually just found out what this was. I only read the first sentence of the production email, and I thought you guys wanted us to spend a week alone to see if we could be a survivor. So I closed myself in this abandoned barn, but it turns out I could have just stayed home and fired up Netflix and watched a bunch of old episodes of Survivor and Alone. Yeah, no, I've been shitting in this bucket all week. My butt is covered in fecal matter because I just had this as toilet paper. Guys, I shit so much, even though I barely had any food. I don't know where my body came from with that. Speaking of food, night 4, I had gone through my rations, so I had to strangle a little field mouse for some protein. I've been a vegetarian for 5 years, so that was a new experience. Last night I was visited by a bat, a raccoon, and a cold-eyed coyote. I don't think they were wildlife because I woke up naked in the field just outside. I think those were ghosts from my past walking me through the darkest parts of my psyche. But Survivor or Alone, God, which one better prepares you to survive? I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think Survivor is better preparation, because I've essentially lived alone all week, and I'm just broken now. I think if I had sequestered myself on an island with 7 other failed actors, I would have at least been able to hold on to my mind. But like, I'm not leaving here tonight and going down to my favorite coffee shop and just like ordering a double Americano with a splash of oat milk, because I barely remember what words are now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that having lived the show alone, the only thing that prepares you for is the sweet release of death. Yeah, I would have done much better in a bunch of tiki huts doing a lot of corporate marketing bonding games. This was bad. Did you guys know that when it gets really quiet, you can hear the trees talk? And they're not nice. They are like mean middle school girls.
Okay, we are at our time. I'm so sorry to cut you off there. Whew, what a riveting first speaker. Okay, we're going to the first speaker from Team B. I have Troy listed here. Is it Andrew instead? Andrew, okay,
It
excellent.
is.
All right, Andrew, your time begins now.
Thank you. Thank you. I liked your presentation, Janine. First of all, I don't even know why we're debating this, even though I organized this debate and chose the topics and also got to choose who was on which team. But Alone is clearly the better show of these two shows. If you have to watch one of these two shows, Alone is definitely the better show. Alone is a show where they drop people off all alone in the brutal wilderness and they have to survive as long as they can. And Survivor is like a glorified soap opera where the cattiest assholes conspire against each other. Contestants in Survivor are constantly suing the show after each season, which I find hilarious, but it does prepare them for a career as daytime TV trial lawyers, I suppose, if not actually surviving in the world. I found some highlights from Survivor that I wanted to share. In the beginning of Survivor Cook Islands, the tribes were grouped according to their race. And the hosts claimed the choice came from criticism that Survivor was not ethnically diverse enough. Lack of diversity doesn't mean you segregate the contestants, you lunatics. Although it would be cool to reenact Captain Cook's death if they decided to go that route. There's also been multiple dude creeps on Survivor. And are there creep dudes on Alone? Maybe, probably, but they're alone. Like, that's where dude creeps should be. The show Alone is showing us that, yes, dude creeps can be ejected far into the woods to live all alone. Alone also tests contestants on things like making fire, hunting, processing animals for food, and just not dying of exposure. Survivor tests contestants on who has piercings and who doesn't. Here's another highlight of Survivor that I wanted to share. If you missed it, I'll just read it to you. At the Tribal Immunity Challenge for the final 4 players on Survivor Africa, host Jeff Probst asked which female player in their season had no piercings. Kim Johnson answered Kelly Goldsmith, got the point, and went on to win the challenge, which put her through to the final 3 and ultimately the final 2. Unbeknownst to the producers, another contestant on the African season, Lindsay Richter, also had no piercings. Riveting stuff. So apparently Survivor preps you to be like a hiring manager at Cracker Barrel. Like, who gives a shit who has piercings and who doesn't? Like, congrats, you won Survivor. Get ready to manage eclairs at the mall. That's it for me. I yield the rest of my time. Fuck you, Team Survivor.
Okay, well, luckily you only had literally a second left, so that worked out well. All right, thank you so much, Andrew. Wow, that was a great first round. We are moving on to our second round. We have speaker Eliza coming up next. Eliza, are you feeling ready to rumble? Eliza's coming.
Sorry.
in
Okay.
hot.
Yes. Sorry. Technical
Okay,
difficulties.
perfect. Okay, all right. You have 3 minutes, my friend. Are you feeling ready?
I am totally ready. Thank you.
Okay, you go, girl.
Thank you. And I am very sorry about my teammate. She does not read emails properly, but she commits. Let me get started. The world is high school writ large. And who wins high school? Is it the people who learn to survive off of eating their own boogers? No, it's not. It's the people who learn how to manipulate people enough to make them popular. And that is Survivor. The show is a popularity contest with some physical challenges built in. You think that the show is about who can stand on a log or hang onto a rope the longest? No, it's not 20 seasons of elementary school gym class. It is not about that. It is about who can make a leathery old bitch hate someone more than they hate you. And if you can do that, congratulations, Mr. President. I understand that I am not winning any points with most of you right now, but that is not because I'm trying to. I mean, I'm honestly trying not to. You don't have to like me. I don't care. This is not a popularity contest. I don't care if you like me unless you run a studio, in which case this is like a satirical character. Consider this like a confessional in a reality show where it doesn't affect the overall popularity, but I'm actually telling you the truth. Finally, someone's being honest. The truth is that in today's world, survival is not about who can drink the most pee. It's about who can make a bunch of catalog models from Pasadena think that you're here for the right reasons, you know? We're not talking about what's the best show, right? We're talking about what prepares you to survive. I would say that the best show, though, is the one that has survived for 20 seasons, which again would be Survivor. Alone has been around 7 seasons. So, I mean, I'm not doing the math exactly, but I feel like it's Trump's fault. But let me put it in a way that people can relate to. This right here, oops, that's my Emmy. What is that doing there? This is my dog, Boo. Oh, look, he's in a little shark outfit. Oh, we're gonna need a bigger Boo. And I bring him up because Boo cannot survive in the wild. He cannot dig things out of the ground and eat them. He could not kill someone. He's got like 3 teeth in his head, and he is about 10 years old. How has he survived? Because he can manipulate people like me into feeding him. Before I got him, he lived on the street. What did he do? He walked up to single ladies and made little sad eyes, and they fed him. That is being a
Okay, that
survivor.
is the end of your time. Very compelling arguments, and honestly, I think that Emmy might have done you a favor right in there.
What? That was a
we
mistake.
have one. Say it again.
I said, what? That was totally a mistake. I didn't even
I
mean
know.
to have it
It just
there.
snuck in there, those pesky little Emmys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, coming up next, we have Troy from Team B. Troy, you have a grand total of 3 minutes. Give me a little thumbs up if you're ready.
I am ready.
Okay. All right. We're going to you, Troy.
Look, we're debating Alone versus Survivor. Okay? Alone, a show named after how we all feel inside, versus Survivor, or as I like to call it, Bachelor in Paradise for hippies. Now, I'm not going to take this criticism of Alone, considering that Eliza is currently in her pajamas and Janine is trapped in an attic. All right? Alone is just better just from the name, okay? Survivor, who are you, Beyonce? No, you're a barista who thought it would be fun to meet your husband over a plate of grubs. Alone is great because where else can you hope a white dude with dreadlocks gets eaten by a bear and have it actually be an actual possibility? And you know Alone is better because all of the contestants immediately realize they've made a terrible mistake. Survivor is just people like bragging about how they manipulated other people and all this kind of, that's not good. All those people would be dead. That's the whole point, is we're out in the woods. All right. Survivor has a bunch of dumb game show bullshit and romantic drama. Alone is just white dudes talking into a camera like Brando at the end of Apocalypse Now, a film which won the Academy Award for sound mixing. Okay. This is very serious. Survivor has to keep things interesting with a bunch of stupid games and stuff. It's just Double Dare for people whose love has left their marriage, and now they're just in the suburbs waiting to die. Survivor's such bullshit, there's even a host. Nothing says this show carries no real risk like challenges explained by a man who's had work done. Season 7 of Alone even had one host. Season 7 had a host. This is a guy, Colby Donaldson, who was a contestant on Survivor, who got in trouble because he was stealing coral from the Great Barrier Reef. Survivor sucked so bad, it contaminated Alone. Nobody knows what happened to Colby, by the way, but legend has it, he's still in those woods. In Alone, there's no getting voted off the island. There's just a network paying out a settlement. In its first episode, Alone has a Georgia gun nut admit that he's a scared little bitch without his gun. And I'll tell you people, that is a public service. And I think we all love movies. Alone is Blair Witch with bears and wolves. And if that doesn't sound awesome to you, I hope you get lost in the woods. That's it for me.
Thank you so much, Troy. I really appreciate your points. we are going to shift into our rebuttal round. Can I get all of the speakers here to join us for the rebuttal round? Excellent. Oh, look at all of you. My gosh, you all look so glamorous. Amazing. All right. Well, you all have 45 seconds. I will give you a little reminder when your time is coming up. Are you feeling ready? Can I get a thumbs up from everyone if we're feeling ready to rumble? Okay. Can I get a yeah, ooh, okay, there we go. All right. Okay, we are going to start with our rapid fire rebuttals. Janine, you are going to start us off. Go for it.
You know what? At a certain point, primal instincts kick in. I'm a little bitch, and I survived a week out, and I haven't cried once. You know when I cry? When I remember the time in middle school that the girls told me I had a nice mustache. Survivor is way harder than Alone and prepares you for many more real-life scenarios. This flashlight is my son now. I yield my time.
Thank you. Thank you for yielding your time, Janine. We're going to go on over to Andrew. Andrew, any rebuttals from you?
Yeah, first of all, I cannot believe Eliza would stoop so low as to show off her. I'm sorry, I just knocked over my super Emmy. I don't know if any of you all have seen one of these. Once you reach 50 Emmys, they let you send them in for the super Emmy because it stresses the shelf so much. So I have this little thing just laying around, no big deal. Anyway, just 49 more to go, Eliza. 49 more to go. Also, yeah, Survivor has more seasons. That doesn't equal quality. That just means more dumbasses watch it. Like, popular shit isn't cool. We like the underdog stuff. So yeah, Alone only has like 7.5 seasons. That means it's better. It's like Punk, a survival show, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, Andrew, I'm cutting you off there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm a giver. All right, Eliza, who is famously 49 Emmys away from her super Emmy. Eliza, go for it. You have 45 seconds.
Thank you. That's so funny. I've never heard of this. It almost sounds made up. This is, and it was a total mistake, as is this, my Nettie, which is from my Disney Plus show that I made with the Jim Henson Company. You know, the people that made Kermit the Frog. Anyway, oh, boo, stop it with your little Hawaiian shirt. He's getting fussy. What I wanted to say was collecting coral and selling it. I wish we lived in the fairy tale world where that wasn't winner behavior, but welcome to the world that we live in. That's exactly what winners do. And even if we were going to be in this weird survivalist world that you guys are pushing, this post-apocalyptic, like we're living in the wild, to do that, to successfully live in the wild, you would need other people. And who do you think other people would want to band together with? Would they want to band together with someone who makes them feel like they're trustworthy and that they're nice? Or would they band together with someone who says, I know how to eat a dog's eyeball? Because that's
all right,
what your
I'm cutting you
show
off there, Eliza. Okay. All right, Troy, you have 45 seconds. Go for it.
Eliza just said that if we were actually trying to survive, we would need other people. But the entire point of Alone is to survive without other people. That's part of what makes it better. You know, you get to unplug, man. Go live out in the woods like the Unabomber. That's way better. That's like objectively better. And I do want to point out.
We get it, you're lonely.
Look. Whoa! Wow!
Whoa! Popping in on the rebuttal.
Sorry, I didn't know the check.
Just because you have a dog in a Hawaiian shirt, my apartment doesn't allow pets. It's not my fault.
Yeah, Boo dressed up more formal than you did, Eliza.
Oh, I prefer to be in luxury wear all the time.
Wow, look who's in Hollywood all of a sudden.
Oh no, you guys can see my Chippendales watch. It's so embarrassing.
I mean, that's
Troy, do you have any other comments to add?
Chippendales watch. What the fuck?
Okay.
Pajamas and a Chippendales watch.
Yes, welcome to Who I Am, Andrew. You should
Eliza and Janine are serial killers.
All right, I'm
you
shifting
say
us into
winners
our
for-
summary
yeah.
round. We are moving along. Team A, who is going to give your summary for your talks tonight?
Oh, I can do it.
I'm sure you can. All right, Eliza, you have a total of 2 minutes. Are you feeling ready?
Sure, yeah.
All right, summarize us.
Look, I apologize if anyone feels wounded from high school. You weren't popular, you were weird, and you thought, I can work on myself and that'll be enough. Let's be real, that's not how it works. I did watch an episode of Alone for this show, which is the only reason someone should watch that show. And someone on it said, a competitor on the show said, in this show, you're competing against yourself. Baby doll, that's not a competition. That's just a challenge to avoid incompetence. So if that's what you're looking for, then yeah, I guess Alone does a better job. If you're looking to succeed in a world with challenges and other people, that's Survivor. I wish it was another kind of fairy tale, but it's not. So why not train for the actual competition that you're in and the world that you're in? I yield my time.
Thanks so much, Eliza. All right, Team B, go ahead and make your final closing statement before we do the voting.
Thank God we all learned about yielding our time.
You did
Let's
that.
learn something.
I know, we've all done it. It's great. Okay, to summarize, Survivor is a junk food reality show that preps its contestants for gossipy bullshit and lawsuits than it does actual survival. Let's face the facts. Other people are terrible. We all know this. Being around other people is awful. And Alone preps people for being alone, which is what we are in life. Life is basically just endless sensations of being alone, culminating with dying alone. And I'm sorry I stole that from your Tinder profile, Troy, but I had to say it. Yeah, that's our summary. I don't yield my time. I use the rest of my time in silence.
Yeah. Okay, we'll wait here for a second then.
Yeah.
Till now, always got by on my
You can't sing in my silent. You can't
wait, no, you can't add to
in
the
the
silence.
silent part of my
No.
I met you.
It was supposed to be
I'm cutting
terse
this off.
silence. Thank you.
That was Alone. I was helping you.
All right, we are going to move into the voting portion of the evening. Can I get my moderators to please open up, or the technical people to open up the voting activity? People watching at home, please go ahead and vote for whichever team you thought did the best tonight, whichever team you thought gave the most compelling arguments. The polls should be open now.
I think it's broken. It's not
Sweet.
letting panelists.
Yeah, you can't vote for yourself.
No, you cannot
animal.
vote for yourself. Come on.
Again, that's the real world. You vote for yourself.
We
What
definitely
is the
lost
summer
because of
camp
that.
you want to live in?
We lost because of that fucking Chippendales watch. God damn it!
Everybody wants to get
props.
everybody gets
You
the
and your
same
props.
size slice of pizza. That would be great. It's just not what we're dealing with. That's summer camp.
Eliza has become like a network exec.
Yeah, you sound like my uncle who hates socialism.
Oh no, I love socialism. That would be great. Guys, get it done. But until it is done, I would still like to succeed.
Why do I feel like I just pitched Eliza my sitcom idea, like the way she's talking? She's like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I frequently give out a daddy energy. That happens
It's the
often.
pajamas.
Again, luxury wear constantly. But yeah, I mean, the first time I was working with Mayim Bialik, the first time she actually nailed one of her lyrics, I was like, hey, good job. And she was like, oh my God, you actually liked it? And I was like, I daddy even celebrities. If you withhold enough, people explode when you give them birth.
All right, I've gotten this conversation off. We do
Thank
have
God.
our votes. It turns out Alone wins
Oh my
this
gosh.
round. Well done,
Woo.
Alone. Give a little clapping emoji. Oh, so proud of you, Alone.
You're
team.
cowards. You're cowards. I'm
Oh,
sorry to
I'm
be a
gonna
villain.
bask in this. Ugh.
But
I don't need
man.
luxury wear when I can just take a bubble bath in these results
I
for the
know.
rest
I
of the
hope
night.
you can all achieve this bizarre, lonely world that you want. But
Thank you. Thank
it's
you.
not where we really are.
Is Janine okay? What's happening?
Oh, no, I don't think
I
Janine's going to be able to
My
re-enter
brain
society.
For nothing. It was all for nothing.
Yeah, she's not going to. You think that is going to be able to like roll into work on Monday and just put in a lunch order?
about
No,
that.
she's ruined forever. You guys didn't even
I've
give her a
forgotten
win.
my wife's touch. I can't reintegrate into society. This isn't
All
fun.
right.
It's water and dirt. I'm broken now.
I'm
Thanks a
sorry.
lot.
We're holding up the show, you guys.
Right, we do
Okay.
have to move on. Thank you all so much for your very compelling arguments this evening. And Janine, I will be praying for you. All right, everyone, wave goodbye. We'll see you in a little bit. Miss you already.